Hello, welcome back to Spider's Web. It's another road to. It's Saturday afternoon and it's a road to Wrightington. Yes, we're off doing our Saturday afternoon show with little Al, Cassie B and Sylvia. And we're going to have a little bit of fun this afternoon. We always do when it's Saturday and I'm in the studio with them. That's why I don't want to give Saturday afternoons up. It's too much of a good laugh and a bit of good fun. So there we are. That's it. That's the reason. If there is no other reason, then that's definitely it. So I've had one of those weeks again. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's changeable weather or what, but oh dear, it's not doing too well for our health. What do you call it? I was hoping to get more painting videos done. Unfortunately, what the hell's going on here now? We'll have to go the long way around by the look of it. Oh joy. Oh joy, oh joy, oh joy. Yeah, nothing's moving. Come on, let's go around. I think there's something on at the DW Stadium, I don't know. But come on, let's get going. Yeah, it's been, we've had a busy week, but we've had one of those weeks where the 2 days where I was hoping to get stuff done, I've not been able to. So Monday was at the studio at Charlie, doing our show, and then oh dear Lord, I thought we enjoyed that one. We did a slightly different one. It was a movie, music from the movies, but there was also another link with it, and they're all from oh dear God, Quentin Tarantino movies. I'm not a big Tarantino fan. I've watched a few of his movies. They were okay, not something I would rave about. I've seen Pulp Fiction. What else have I seen? I can't remember which ones I've seen now, which ones I haven't. From Dusk Till Dawn. I saw that years ago. I can't remember it all now. I'm going to have to watch it again. I've seen Pulp Fiction. I've not seen Reservoir Dogs. I've not seen Jackie Brown. Oh, Kill Bill 1 and 2. Now, Kill Bill 1 I loved. I thought it was a cracking movie. Kill Bill 2 I thought was hopeless. So I just thought it was, they could have got everything done in one movie, to be honest, but instead of stretching it out to two. But hey ho. I can't remember what other ones I've seen, but it doesn't matter. As I say, I'm not a great fan of Tarantino, so it's not as if it was anything special for me that I did it, but I like the music. I must admit there's some very good music in his movies. So I had to play those. On Monday, Shelley P's coming in with us again, or Shelley P as she is now. Let's see if I can squeeze through here. Yes, I can. Yeah, Shelley P's coming in with us, so we shall be possibly doing another Road 2 video on the way there. You never know. I like it when we've got somebody else in the car to offer some, what's the word I'm looking for? I could have gone down there, never mind. I don't know what's going on, so I'll come this way. Yeah, so I like it when we have somebody else in having a chat. So, yeah, that was Monday. Tuesday was at the art club. Then we had to nip round town to pick a few things up. And the bit of shopping, that kind of thing. And then we went to D&D in the evening. Oh, that was fun. I'm sorry I can't see these anymore, especially Tuesday night one. That was so funny, but it's one of those things. I don't think they'd have done anything as they did if it was on camera. I think they're feeling a little bit restricted and self-conscious being on camera, so I think that's the reason why they actually asked me to stop. I don't know, but there we go. What else? Wednesday. Tuesday night I had to do a fasting. I had to do a fast because I had a cholesterol blood test done. My cholesterol's a little high, and especially being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Apparently, when I had my 24-hour blood pressure monitor fitted, it showed it was normal, and then she said, "You're not diabetic, are you?" I said, "Yeah, type 2. She said, "Oh, well, in that case it's a little bit high." I thought, well, you're changing the goalposts, Paul. But yeah, apparently my blood pressure is normal if I didn't have diabetes type 2. However, because I have, it's a little bit high, so I'm still wondering what's going to happen with that, whether or not I'm going to be called in for more tablets or whatever. I've not heard anything since. And the cholesterol blood test I had was because my cholesterol's a little bit high as well. So we'll have to see what happens. She says to me, "Are you doing anything to your diet since you last came in?" And I said, "Well, I'm trying my best, but external circumstances don't make it easy." Now, I think she was trying to make an excuse until I told her exactly what's been going on around where I live, and the kind of a pain in the ass place I'll live at, where you can't settle, you can't just be quiet. There's always somebody making a racket, surrounded by druggies, alkies and complete idiots. And I told her about other things that are worrying me as well, so I think she understands a little bit now. So hopefully you know, if I need to go and see the doctor, I can explain it to him, and hopefully I might be able to get a letter from him to go to the council in order to help me try and get somewhere else to live. I'm applying for different places, but I want somewhere that's got like 2 bedrooms, so that I could have my granddaughter when she arrives. You know, I want somewhere where I can live permanently. I don't want to just sort of like move somewhere for a few months, a few years, and then move somewhere else. I want somewhere where I can get in there and just live. That's all I want. Just get on with my own life and not be disturbed by every other idiot that's around me. I know it's too much to ask, because the society we live in at the moment doesn't allow anybody to do that, because human rights and civil rights, or whatever you call it, only count for the people who are actually spoiling everybody else's civil rights or human rights, or whatever you want to call it. So there we are. You know, it's against my civil rights to complain. Sorry, it's against their civil rights to be complained about and moved and this, that and the other, but it's not against my civil rights to actually live somewhere where I can't feel comfortable. I feel uncomfortable in my own flat because I've got excessive noise and things from other people. When I go out, I feel stressed because there's gangs of druggies and idiots riding around on dirt bikes on the road and the grass and pavements, and you can't walk without fearing you're going to get knocked down. You know, it's one of those things. Okay, I may be exaggerating on this just a little, and I mean just a little. I do have somebody next to me who plays incredibly loud reggae music, stinks the place out with his exotic tobacco, and we have got an idiot who's riding round on a dirt bike on the road and on the pavement. God knows how he hasn't been killed yet, because he just rides in front of cars as they're driving along. He doesn't give a stuff. And what gets me is the bloody car drivers just stop, beep at him, and he's gone. You know, he just doesn't give a stuff. And when, you know, and if police come round, it's not the proper police, it's the community support work officers. And as soon as he sees them, he just goes, because they come on foot. And he's storing the bike in one of the flats. You know, so if that catches fire, the whole flat's gone. You know, and he's not. It's yeah. And then you've got the druggies and the alkies who are just who've never heard of mobile phones or anything like that. Their version of communicating with each other is yelling at each other at great distances. It's not pleasant where I live, but hey, that's me just moaning and complaining for possibly no reason whatsoever. Or then again, there may be reason to it. I don't know anymore. I seriously don't. So, as you can see, I like getting out and about. I mean, on some of the videos I've done, you can hear the kind of thing that you have to put up with. You know, when I'm painting, you get somebody shouting, or you're getting the music blurring from the next flat. So you've got an idea what I'm talking about. But this is a few minutes out of your time. It's all the time for me. And it doesn't just stop when it goes dark. There's all sorts of stuff going on 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I've had people knocking at my window at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's annoying. But hey, you don't want to listen to me waffling on and complaining all morning. So yeah, so that's when I told her that and everything else. Then I got home, had something to eat, and I was absolutely knackered because I hadn't slept that night. So I went back to bed for an hour, had a bath, and then went to my dad's. Went to Ali's, sorted the cats out, spent a bit of time there, and then gone home. And then Monday morning I woke up to the mother of all headaches. I got up, had my painkillers, got back in bed, tried to sleep, couldn't. Ali woke up a bit later, and you know, I'm saying the mother of all headaches. It was a migraine because I was seeing the flashing lights in front of my eyes. So I know it was a migraine, and you know, I was walking around with my eyes more than half shut because I couldn't deal with the brightness, even though I've got supposedly blackout blinds on the window. There's still a little bit of light coming through. So when Ali woke up, I told her how I felt, and you know, she does this doTERRA stuff, the essential oils. Well, she gave me some of that to try, peppermint, and I had that, a couple of drops underneath my tongue, and you know, settled down. Tablets were kicking in by then, so I settled down, fell asleep, and when I woke up, the headache was just a very dull, you know, throbbing kind of thing. But I had no intention and no, what's the word I'm looking for? Not intention, no, it's not intention, no motivation, no, or just, I just couldn't paint anything. I couldn't focus properly, so I just didn't bother. But yeah, that was my Thursday. Spent most of it in bed, but there we are. And then yesterday we had one of those days where we were just out and about. We went into town again, had a mooch around the shops, then went to Ali's mum's, and then went up to Scraggers for a games night. he's got a game that he's bringing to, I've told him, we played it last night, I've told him he has to bring it when we do the Halloween games night. It's not a horror themed game in any stretch of the imagination. It is a fun little game. It doesn't take long to play, but it is an absolute, I really enjoyed it. It was so funny. We are playing it on our Halloween games night, and there you go. That's just letting you know. And today it's Wrightington, so that's my week this week. Oh, best get my badge out, haven't I? One's mine, one's ours. There we are. And ta-ta-ta. Now, is that turning or is it carrying straight on? Sometimes they come off the motorway and they've still got their indicators indicating left, and then they start wondering why you pull out in front of them when they're going straight on. It's because they're telling me that they're going left. There's a few times that's happened. Whether they actually realise why I pulled out in front of them when they realise that the indicator is still on, I don't know, but there we are. It's all fun. Where I just came from, there is, it's going to be closed a bit further down, just over the motorway from Monday, so I'm going to have to find another way to come to go to Charlie on Monday. I'll probably come the same way as I've come now, because I can't get off on the slip road from the motorway because it's that area that's going to be closed. I don't know whether they're doing some work on the bridges, whether they're resurfacing the road or what. All I know is it's closed, so I'm going to have to do something else on Monday, and it's going to be an absolute pain trying to get to Charlie. Well, I've just opened the window so I can use my badge to get in. There we are, and there we go. So I am here at the hospital. Let's just slow down a little bit, put my badge on, and we can get that soon. I was only trying to straighten it. So we're going to get in there and get a show done. We'll be until 3 o'clock, and then it's home time. And then once I get home, I'll upload this to YouTube. I'm not bothering to do it here because it takes so long to do. It's not a very fast internet here, so it's going to be quicker if I just wait until I get home and do it, because I always have to do the last 50% of this at home, even though I'm in there for 3 hours. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm getting out now and getting in there, so until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye.